on, man. Come on.
Brother, how you doing? Whoa. Hold on, man. Hold on. I know, man. You worked a long time. Oh, man, no, man. What the hell? Oh, my God. No way. Talking about... No, man. Hold on, brother. Let me see the tongue. Oh, my God. Who is that coming off the Pickle Road? Oh, man. Oh, man. Hold on. Can we get a moment of silence for R.I.P. Kobe? Because that ain't him on the logo, man. Oh, man. Hold on. Pardon me. Hold on. Can you lift your shoe up? I got a tip for you.
What?
Hold on, yeah. Don't you ever wear these damn things no more. Hold on. I got 3 things, man. Hold on. Let me rub. Let me plug. Oh, man. Take them off there. I guess I'll see you next lifetime.
Yo, what's going on? NPC The Game Live, coming to you from Taiwan, District 13, the real District 13. It's Tuesday for me, Mars Day. Doing good, man. What's up, Shadow Buddha? Good to see you, brother. Shadow Buddha in the building, bitch. Grounded Extracts. Oh, hey, that's the homie right there. What's going on, man? Well, man. Good to see you. Yeah, let's get this started, man. Yeah, we're here. What's going on, man? Everybody feeling good today? You had a good weekend. Your Monday, it's about over if you're in the wilderness or North America. Yeah. Today is gonna lock in right now for about an hour. This is the daily astrology forecast, and let's see what's really going on. Today's episode is Andrew Wilson versus the Pickle Jar. What the hell? Uranus and Taurus. What the hell? Self-importance. What the helly? Evolving catalyst. What the hell? Yeah, all that. You know. What is this? So, welcome back to the stream. So if you're into astrology or just self-awareness and decoding the bigger patterns of life, then you're in the right place in the all of the above sector. because today we're going to be diving in mostly into a wild topic: Uranus and Taurus. Uranus and Taurus, pretty wild. Now listen, Linda. Uranus is that planet that comes off like a cosmic plot twist, right? When it's trying to deliver and download a message into you. It's about shocking you with an innovative thought, an idea. It could even be sparking a rebellion if you've been in a situation that it's mind numbing. You need to get out of it. Uranus will help you find the strength to rebel from it and give you the innovation thought so you can execute it and flip the script. And it gives you that electricity that so many people are living without. When you look in their eyes, you can see it, hear it in their voice. There's no electricity in there. It's like the universe, God saying, surprise. Like when I moved to Oakland back in the day. Welcome to Oakland, bitch. So when Uranus moved through a sign, it's breaking the rules and flipping scripts and tables. And it's shaking up energies that's been stuck. And it's been doing this all in Taurus since 2018. And it's going to keep doing it until 2026. So yeah, we're right in the thick of it, you know? We're in the muck, in the eye of the electric storm. I have to say, what were you doing in 2018? It was already here a couple years. I got motivated to start fasting and working out even more. Back then, this was actually the last time I was in the wilderness in North America for an extended stay. It was a big deal. And it's still going with this Uranus vibe. So Uranus is now in Taurus, and it's all about food, money, comfort, security, and the body, the senses. The Earth, man. If the Earth had a planet, a sign, which it doesn't have a zodiac sign attributed to it, I would say the closest would be Taurus. Because Taurus is what you value. And what do we value more than the Earth? You know? It's fixed. That means it's like it likes routines and obsessing over things sometimes. Because it likes stability. So imagine Uranus, this wild electric rebel, crashing on Taurus's couch. It's awkward, man. It's almost disruptive to what Taurus is usually about, but it's also revolutionary. It's like, fuck your couch, nigga. Fuck your couch. So the point is like, we can talk about all this astrology and unlocking patterns and pattern recognition, but what does it mean for you personally? Well, that depends on your rising sign. You know, if you don't know that, you certainly use your sun sign. Now, I would say like Astro Matrix is a good thing to use, and it's I'll break this down, but I won't do it in jargon, like technical language or fluff. But drop your rising sign in the chat so we can go over this for a second, okay? Drop it in the chat. Yeah, what the hell, man? What the hell? The chat is active. What's going on? Good evening. I'm going to say good morning to some of you, depending on where you're at. Yeah, when I wake up When I wake up in the morning, it's 5:30 in the morning. So you got a question, comment, drop it in the chat. Okay. Let's see what you have to offer. You can just play along at home. Where was that? Yo, Buddha, drop that clip you were showing me the other day. The Andrew Wilson one. I meant to cue it up. Of that George Costanza channel. Forgot what that guy's name is. Let us see. Let's see what we're doing. Let's go. Take this out. Shout out to Ben Rio, the homie.
Who am I? What are my strengths and my weaknesses? When would the seat be obsolete and all my people live? Where does whatever God you call
Thanks,
them reside at? Why do this kick coincide with the hi-hat? How do the disenfranchised get their lives back? Who is hacking when them knives stab our back? What it is, what it was, what it looked like. When will we see the inefficiency of hood life? Where is heaven, where is hell, where are you now? Why would you slumber on this wondrous new sound? How are you and how your folks doing? Who is viewing through the inner eye of viewing truth in place of ruin? What is you doing, dude? When is enough enough? Where is the sense in that? Why is you stuck like Chuck? How do you transcend smoother than a lamb's skin? Who is the being in that so-called man's skin? What define a man's kin? What do family mean? When's a house not a home? Where can man lean? Why you think they took the time to mix up the scripture? How you hold the missing puzzle piece but miss the bigger picture?
How you hold the missing puzzle piece but still miss the scripture? Bye-bye. Where is your head at? Why you stuck like Chuck? How do you transcend how do you transcend smoother than a lamb's skin? Let's see this. Damn, that mic was hot. Like I'm showing my own broadcast. This is Andrew Wilson versus the Pickle Jar. Let's see what's up with this.
Come on, you can
Or more right in exact olive jar.
Wait, put it right side up.
You can do it. You got this.
All right, bro. I can't do it. Here.
All right.
I can't grip the. Like I gotta have a way to grip it.
Jungle.
Andrew, I'm sorry. It's not.
My fingers slip
What a
right off the
backfire.
lid. Try it. No, you f***er. That was bullshit. Bullshit.
Damn, he opened that shit quick. And then he makes a note of something.
All right, so in this video, we have Andrew Wilson, who's like a red pill manosphere guy, who's mostly known for his appearances on the Whatever podcast, which is like a fresh and fit knockoff. You know, they have some real high-level conversations on there.
How would you feel if you didn't eat breakfast this morning?
Me?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah. How
What
would
do you mean?
How would you feel if you didn't eat breakfast this morning?
How I feel right now because I didn't eat breakfast this morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
I remember that was like the big thing last summer. Everyone, I guess he was the first one I heard say it, and everyone was asking that question to see if people were stupid. Yeah.
Spelled weird correctly. You were wrong.
No, he didn't.
I before E except after.
And not for weird. It's an exception in the English language.
It's WEI?
Yes.
It's weird?
You are
Really?
I promise.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Promise.
Are you
Dennis
sure?
Nedley donated $30.
Are you positive?
Holy shit.
How come it sounded
It's
like
true.
weird?
And Andrew's also the guy that caused Wes Watson to throw a temper tantrum at that Fresh and Fit event, which was pretty much the start of Wes's downward spiral. So Andrew defeated Wes, but then almost exactly a year later, Andrew was defeated by a jar of pickles. So, you know, Wes is probably thinking this is the funniest thing ever.
You got 10-inch arms and tits. Men don't have tits. Having tits
Yeah, you got pants with fake rips on them trying to be a punk. The white pants, huh?
and 10-inch arms is what a man is.
Let's
You
let him,
guys.
let's let him
Please
get his,
don't listen to that.
Wes, let's let him get his thing out and then
Tits.
We can have different opinions.
yeah.
Titties.
Anyway, back to where I was at.
Boobs.
So there's never a dull moment in the manosphere. Like right when you think they have
Never a
new
dull
alpha to
moment.
parade around, they decide to break out a pickle jar, which is a risky move. Andrew knew it too. After the girl tried and she couldn't do it, she slides it over to him and it startles him a little bit. You know, the poor guy already looks intimidated.
The
And he's
Arizona
like, "Wait, I'm
tea.
supposed to open it?" You know, he already sounds worried. And when the host says yes, he's like, "Oh, geez." So opening a pickle jar, it's a scary task, even for the most masculine men out there.
Oh my god. I guess Andrew, go ahead.
I'm supposed to open the pickle jar?
It's like a
Uh-oh. Mm-mm.
Oh, jeez.
I do. This seems a little immature now.
And the cope starts right away, which was the most embarrassing part. Like he kept complaining about it being greasy, and then he
This is the biggest cope I've ever seen. I can't open the jar because it's greased up. I mean, even after wiping it through your shirt, you still come up and don't blame your weakness. I mean, sometimes those things get pretty those pickle jars, green olive jars, they get pretty the machine that caps it, you know, they put it pretty tight. So I don't know, man. Let's see. I mean, how many times have you guys ever opened up a jar and couldn't open it right away?
he wipes it all off with paper
In the chat,
towels,
put
and
it
he
to-
still complains about not being able to grip it. And then afterwards, his wife had to come
Yo,
out
lay
and
low,
defend
man.
him and reassure everyone that he
Let's
can
go.
actually open pickle jars, and he does it all the time. And it's just even more embarrassing the fact that she felt like she needed to say this stuff. You know, it's like she knew his masculinity was on the line. Like
What's up,
she also said
KJV?
Andrew heroically ran off armed intruders during a home invasion.
More than
He
welcome
picked
to
up
come
her
up, brother.
230-pound dad to get him into an ambulance faster when he's dying on their front lawn. And he also knocked out a
Wait a
guy with an
minute.
open palm slap.
Supposed to open the pickle jar?
It's like a, yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I do. This seems a little immature now.
And the
What's up,
cope
Rude?
starts right away, which was the most embarrassing
You
part.
said
Like
the
he
cope
kept
started
complaining
right
about it
away.
being greasy, and then he wipes it all off with
What's
paper
up, Rudy?
towels. And he
You haven't
still
been up here in a
complains about not
minute?
being able to
Let's
grip
come up
it.
for a
And then
second.
afterwards, his wife had to come
If
out
you
and
like.
defend him and reassure everyone that he can actually open pickle jars, and he does it all the time. And it's just even more embarrassing the fact.
Wait, the only matchup Andrew has ever lost in this defense, regardless of open jars from me at home, this is the one that just got the best of him. He had clearly trained and prepared for this. Okay, she's trying to make light of it. Rage for patriarchy. Okay. I mean, she has his back, I guess. Now is this a time when you probably rather your wife probably not say anything? Have your back? All right, brother. I'm glad you're tuning in, bro. That's right. You already started the day. All right, bro. Always a pleasure. What's up, London man? How's it going, man? What the man just had the broadcast. Just woke up, man. How's it
Yeah, I
going,
just
bro?
finished my joint. I just finished, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good, brother. Yeah, I was listening to the last time you were on. I was like, what a kind of a dick move. I like you had a very excellent point, and I just like was like, hey, I got a $20 super chat from Lizard Tree. My bad, man. Good. And, we're gonna start where we left off, like in the sense like where you said about like you sometimes you don't have so much. It's not so much what the people say to you. I mean, the words they're using. This is your opinion, right? But it's like your community, right? They ain't liking it, and really, if you want to be fair, I would think, yeah, you would take into what they have to say into account, right? Right? Yeah. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. I've been waiting a week.
Okay. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Definitely, you would take into account because they're the ones that show up day in, day out, right? And is it what they want to hear?
Nah.
You understand? So
yeah, even if you get along with get along, meaning that you can you cook with them every now and then, huh?
Yeah.
Like yeah. But yeah.
Like there was I'll give you an example. There was when I linked up with Tommy, right? At first, some people was loving it, but then after a while, I was getting messages like, they was like, all right, drop it out now, London. It's it's not the one, blah blah blah. But obviously, me and Tommy had a bit of chemistry. You understand? We had a bit of chemistry before anything else. There was a bit of chemistry there. It was cool. When I mean chemistry, I mean like I put him on my first social experiment, my first ever one. He set the tone. You understand?
Yeah.
So we grew from that, and some of the stuff he said, it triggered people. It didn't really trigger me, to be honest. I'm coming where I'm coming from, and
what you mean? You come from England? Is that what you mean?
yeah, well, that too. Yeah, that too. The distance helps sometimes. The distance really helps. But I mean, like my upbringing, I was used to vulgar languages and just inappropriate behavior and all that stuff. Not saying I'm proud of it, but
yeah,
it was
kind of
it
crass.
is, so
with that said though, that like in terms of though, because inappropriate like language is one thing, but like racial slurs and stuff. I don't know if he said that a lot around you.
Yeah, okay, because I didn't get to that part. When he wasn't kicking that vibe over mine, you understand? But I watched their evolution. There might have been one or two little slip ups here and there, but it's not like what we see today. You understand? Not like what we in the evolution of certain people. Even with his name, Big Sister.
Yes, him too. He gets energy off hearing his daddy say it. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, but like I said, people was telling me, look, you're not really feeling it. And to be honest, I lost a lot of my core followers through engagement with people who they wasn't really feeling. And it wasn't just Tommy, there was a few other people who wasn't feeling. Female, you understand?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So, yeah. Different actions.
Yeah. Rude Mudcrack, one of his countrywomen. It's rude to the building in the chat. That's probably one of them. I can understand like when she was on my broadcast. Yeah. But yeah, it is what it is, man. This place is very, very strange. Would you even consider yourself like where are you? Because you're kind of like here but not here in the panelverse. You are here. You know what I mean? I don't mean disrespectfully or anything, but like in a sense that like I think there's a whole nother side of London that some of the people in the panelverse don't see. Because when you search your name on the YouTube, London Man, it's like all these channels I never even heard of before. Now I know them, but like they come up a lot of with having to do with what you research and present. Would you consider yourself more over there on that side? That stuff.
Yeah, I mean, if there's anybody that's never been a part of this community, I heard people saying, I'm not a part of this community. It would be me, and it kind of really shows by my actions and who I kind of gravitate to, or who I kick it with from time to time. I'm not really in spots, I'm not really in all the joints like that.
You sound like, to me, is like what Shadow Buddha and I were talking about the other day about the quintessential shaman. The shaman's like the spiritual leader back in the tribal days a lot of times, and he would help the people in the community. Through, if they have problems, they come to him and he try to help them solve them and whatnot, and give them guidance. The community. However, the shaman did not live in the middle of the community. He lived on the outskirts always, and people would come to see him, if they needed something. So that's in a way, that's what he sounds like, what you're pointing to, where you're at, kind of. Because the way I look at it, I mean, I would say that you are part of it, but not so much of it all the time. Where most people are just of it, in the thick of it, in the muck. Just like I said, this Uranus and Taurus transit, we're like right in the middle of it. 2018 it started. Now it's over next year. So yeah. But yeah, it is what
Definitely,
it is, man.
I'm definitely of it. I'm definitely of it. I can't deny that. But
But not in it.
Yeah, not in it. My interactions are limited.
Yeah. It's smart, man. Told me about that shit a long time ago, man. Your boy had to see it for himself, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind shooting the shit from time to time, but it's got to be
some build stuff. Huh?
Yeah, it's got to be in due. It's got to be at the right time, I suppose.
Yeah.
The right time.
Yeah. Rude cunt cram with the comments. He said, I don't claim any of the Australians. Most of them act like fetal alcohol babies.
Damn.
Yeah. That looks like this. That looks a big sister. Yeah. Yeah. That's raw. But let's look at this. Go ahead.
No, go on. What you can say?
I was about to say, let's get this. What some of the people want to see, this Andrew Wilson fuckery.
What happened?
What were you gonna say? Oh, he had a little battle with a pickle jar the other day on the Whatever podcast.
Oh,
he couldn't open it. He challenged the woman to open it, and I guess she couldn't open it. Those things can be hard to open sometimes, huh? Like a jar or something. But London's all, nah, I'm not a pussy. you probably never have any trouble like that, right?
Oh no.
Check this out.
Bullshit.
All right, so in this video, we have Andrew Wilson, who's like a red pill manosphere guy, who's mostly known for his appearances on the Whatever podcast, which is like a Fresh and Fit knockoff. They have some real high-level conversations on there.
God, I have to keep addressing Panaverse stuff. But no, thank you, Sherelle, for saying this. A member, NPC member, right? She said that NPC, every one of you guys went live at the same time today. That's true. Yeah. I think Flow State, me, you, OTW, but maybe even Taco. But my shit though, it was scheduled for like at least 4 days though. It says right there 9 a.m. And the only motherfucker that gets a pass for streaming on top, if he was, but he was already doing it, would be London.
Hey.
But he finished. What'd you say? Yeah. Thanks for bringing that up, Sherelle. But look at this Andrew Wilson shit, bro.
How would you feel if you didn't eat breakfast this morning?
Me?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah. How
What do you mean?
How would you feel if you didn't eat breakfast this morning?
How I feel right now because I didn't eat breakfast this morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was the big thing he was doing last summer. He was asking all the women and anybody, like, what do you trying to make them feel stupid? This exercise, and like, how do you feel if you didn't? What he said about the breakfast and stuff. It's supposed to show you that, I guess, that like if you didn't eat breakfast that day, and you go like, well, I can't answer it because I didn't have breakfast. It shows you that you can't like think outside yourself. And it's supposed to be like a clown, like, oh, I got you. Oh, you're like these guys, like a lot of these bros are like, oh, your IQ is so low. You know what I mean? They're like jocking the IQ all the time.
They love
It's
that
just
talk.
to me, that's what a bell curve shit. You know about the bell curve? When they're being raced into it and stuff.
Oh, okay.
You know, and intelligence. Yeah. It's like a dog whistle for that kind of. Yeah.
Yeah.
When I hear that, I'm like, okay, IQ guy. Okay.
Yeah.
We know what you might be doing over here.
Yeah.
Spelled weird correctly. You were wrong.
No, he didn't.
I before E except after.
It's not for weird. It's an exception in the English language.
It's WEI. It's weird.
Imagine you're trying to go like what they call it in manosphere talk in like a game. They call it what do they call it? Fuck, now I can't even. Now I'm. When you go back and forth like ribbing with a girl, like, you know, trying to be cute with them, like kind of giving them shit a little bit, little shit tests and stuff. But he's like trying to like say, oh, you're stupid. It's I before E. Like, can you imagine? Can you imagine that, man? Not that he's trying to get at these women, but there's something to be said about being a little flirty and fun sometimes, you know? You know, like even if you are trying to teach them something.
You are really?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, promise.
Are you
Dennis
sure?
donated $30.
Are you positive?
Holy shit.
How come it sounded
It's
like
true.
weird?
And Andrew's also the guy that caused Wes Watson to throw a temper tantrum at that freshman.
It's true, Rude.
Which was pretty much the start of Wes's downward spiral. So Andrew
Remember
defeated
him,
Wes,
London?
but then almost exactly a year later, Andrew was defeated by a jar of pickles.
That was cool on Blaze guy.
You know, Wes is probably thinking this is the funniest thing ever.
You got 10-inch arms and tits.
10-inch arm and tits, yeah. Damn, Wilson. He's kind of like the real daddy of the Paddleverse, I would say. Even though when I messaged him and we corresponded for a second about the Paddleverse awards, he's like, that's a niche group. I'm not really a part of it. And he goes, but then when I only gave him like one reward or nomination. He's like, why didn't I have any more awards? You hurt my feelings. He's just kidding. He's like, yeah, right. I mean, yeah, he probably was a little bit, but dude, he probably sweet. That's probably why, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he's the real daddy for most of the people in the Panelverse.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Men don't have
Yeah.
tits. Having tits and 10-inch arms is what a man is. You guys.
Having tits, but Buddha brought this up. It's like this nigga has ripped jeans, manufactured ripped jeans, white jeans. Now you grew up in London, which is like fucking the quintessential home of the punks in New York and right in LA. So the punk movement and the punks used to wear the jeans. The reason why they have holes in their jeans is because those motherfuckers were broke. And they had to just keep wearing them, and you know, and then they put like safety pins and tape and shit. Yeah. This stuff is out of hand now with the manufactured metrosexual jeans in white.
Let's let him
Please don't listen to that.
Wes, let's let him get his
Yeah,
thing
the
out.
pickle jar. Let's go.
We can have different opinions.
Yeah.
Titties.
Anyway, back to where I was at.
Boobs.
So there's never a dull moment in the manosphere. Like right when you think they have a new alpha to parade around, they decide to break out a pickle jar, which is a risky move. Andrew knew it too. After the girl tried and she couldn't do it, she slides it over to
he's
him,
not dyeing his
and it
beard as
startles
much,
him
looks
a little
like.
bit. You know, the poor guy already looks intimidated. And then he's like, wait, I'm
Well, he got
supposed to open it?
scared.
You know, he already sounds worried. You know, the poor guy already looks
Got a little
intimidated.
startled.
And then he's like, wait, I'm supposed to open it? You know, he already sounds worried. And when the host says yes, he's like, oh, geez. So opening a pickle jar, it's a scary task, even for the most masculine men out there.
Oh, my God.
He got a little scared, man.
I guess, yeah, Andrew, go ahead.
I'm supposed to open the pickle jar?
It's like yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I do. This seems a little immature. No.
And the cope starts right away, which was the most embarrassing part. Like, he kept complaining about it being greasy, and then he wipes it all off with paper towels, and he still complains about not being able to grip it. And then afterwards, his wife had to come out and defend him and reassure everyone that he can actually open pickle jars, and he does it all the time. And it's just,
I mean, that's kind of nice how she's defending him. Or do you think that makes it worse, London?
Worse.
Worse? Yeah, because it brings attention to it.
Yeah, act like you didn't see it, honey.
Yeah. No comment. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's most of the time what my wife does. She just doesn't say nothing. Yeah.
just even more embarrassing the fact that she felt like she needed to say this stuff. You know, it's like she
I like her at Rachel for patriarchy.
knew his masculinity was on the line. Like, she also said Andrew heroically ran off armed intruders during a home invasion. He picked up her 230-pound dad to get him into an ambulance faster when he was dying on their front lawn. And
That's pretty impressive, huh? Well, he heroically ran off armed intruders during the home invasion. Wow. Picked up his 230-pound dad to get him to the ambulance when he was dying.
And he also knocked out a guy with an open palm slap for insulting her at a party. So this,
Okay. So okay. Yeah. Open palm, like Money Mike, pimp status. Open palm slap. But kept telling me about it. Yeah. Yeah. Because, you know, I think the backstory was like, I think she already had like a couple kids or something when they met. Yeah. And they got married. I think I think he pretty much tells people like not to marry single moms and stuff. But he did it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This is just hilarious. The fact that she felt the need to announce all this just because her husband couldn't open a pickle jar. So he must have the most fragile ego ever. And also, he always talks about how he has complete authority over his wife and she does everything he says. So I don't know if he told her to say this or
complete authority. Yeah.
She just felt the need to say it.
London, when you had different girlfriends and stuff, like, did you ever let people know I have complete authority over them with your words? Be like, I have complete authority over this one.
No, never the case.
I mean, you could have, right? But doesn't mean you had to say it.
Exactly. Chicks normally know what it is before they get with a man, whether it's authority driven or not. They know.
They know
just who you are and the caliber of man you are. They know what they get themselves into.
They know. Just he should have known this. Sherelle Snow with the comment. You tap the side part of the lid on something hard like a counter. Yeah, once. Then you slap the bottom, boom, like you slap the baby in the ass of the jar and opens easily. Pops right open. That's one way to do it. Yeah. Yeah.
Pressure.
Maybe he's nervous.
Humiliating. I mean, his wife.
That's his wife right
more
there.
Defensive than him. You know, he needs to get her under control. Like, to have your wife tweeting about how you can open a pickle jar and how you've done all these masculine things, it's just kind of sad, and it shows this must have really been affecting them.
What's she saying? No, Andrew, this is her old tweet, and I both think it's very funny, but his haters are still trying to make it mean something serious, like he's not a real man because of the jar, or patriarchy defeated because of jar. You know about the patriarchy, London?
Sorry, say that again.
You heard of that before? Patriarchy.
Patriarchy, yeah.
Yeah, it's like men and, you know, basically the men in control of society, right? It's really something to watch, laugh out loud. It's like if you hated Tom Brady for winning so many Super Bowls and on his way out of the stadium, he tripped and then saying, see, that proves you were actually not a good quarterback after all. Just a loser. No, I probably would laugh if he couldn't open the pickle jar more than if he tripped, right? Tom Brady in that example. Yeah.
I mean, she just kept tweeting about this, and she also compared him to
Couldn't
Tom
stop.
Brady at one point and said it's like if Tom Brady were winning Super Bowls and on the way out of the
What
stadium,
up, Rags?
tripped, and then people are like, see, that proves you're not actually a good quarterback after all. So the cope was just out of control here.
It's all fucking
It's just
slick now.
it's a little,
See, it
fun.
is.
I gotta grip it.
Andrew.
Yeah, he looks
You can't
nervous,
open
huh?
it either.
Well, your hand greased the whole top of it.
It's my hand or mine.
That's a cope, right? Your hand greased the whole top of it. Yeah.
I'm in control.
Here, high five.
It
My
literally,
shoes are as well.
it's like, feel it. Isn't that greasy?
It was like that already. Oh my god.
No,
you're
it
ridiculous.
wasn't. You greased the top.
Even if it has lube on it, man. For the amount of the KY jelly all up on there, the amount of shit he talks about these women and like he definitely needs to be able to open it no matter what. You know, that's what Rude is saying. I think he said it's not that isn't a real man. By his metrics, he would be. It's because he's a hypocrite. That word right there, hypocrite. I gotta say it again, hypocrite, man. This is the hypocrite verse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What up, Clue? Yeah. Because if you talk a lot of shit, bro, in my opinion, you got to be impeccable almost, right?
Mm-hmm.
With your life.
Yeah.
What you think about that? Yeah.
Yep, I agree there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Maybe like that cat right there. Roided it out.
Yeah, you gotta be impeccable.
Impeccable, yeah.
Use
Oh
your
my
shirt.
Jesus,
Use your
Andrew!
shirt,
If you get
Back.
Grab me a paper towel so I can dry the top of it off.
okay, once
Well,
the top is dry, if you still
but do
can't
we
get it
now
out.
need to allow her another opportunity with the?
Yeah, give her the
towel?
paper towel so
Give her
that.
the
No,
paper
I think
towel.
you should do it, Andrew. You're the big strong man. There you go. Come on.
Here, I'm gonna let some chats come
Grease.
through. We got some
Red
chats
Fox
while they're
donated
working on that. Red Fox, thank you.
Deontology prioritizes intent.
Red Fox, thank you for that. Appreciate it.
I can't grip the fucker.
You can't grip it.
Like I gotta have a way to grip it.
Jungle.
Andrew, I'm sorry. It's not.
My fingers slip
What a
right off the
backfire.
lid. My fingers are literally slipping off the lid. I just can't grip it.
You know what? Maybe the olive jars are harder than the pickle jars.
They're not hard to open, but I can't grip
Oh,
the fucking
me?
thing.
Watch.
And the host tries for a second, but he can't do it either. Then they call in some other guy, and he immediately opens it. And then Andrew does this really awkward laugh, like a fool's laugh, and starts taking notes.
Yeah,
And
you
the
don't
host tells
pretend,
Andrew to clean
bro.
up the mess the guy left
You-
from opening the jar.
you
and you can
is
tell
it.
Andrew doesn't want to because that's
You
obviously
are
the
it,
woman's
man.
job. So Andrew, he basically just
Salute.
turns into a woman here. It's brutal. Like he needs another man to open a jar for him. Then he needs to clean up
Yeah.
the guy's mess. So I think his
What do you
wife.
think, Linda?
Yeah, he's pissed at that. He's pissed.
Pissed. Yeah. Because I mean, his whole thing is about being so masculine and stuff.
Probably got the ick from this, and that's why she's been coping over it.
You can't get your fucking hand on it. Try it.
It's super small too, dog.
I know it's not it's not a big lid. It's a small lid.
Yeah. Some of the ones out here in Asia, like like with their pickled pickles and different stuff, that shit can be small, but sometimes it can be really tight. But come on, bro, my whole hand can fit over that shit. If your hand can fit over that, you should be able to do it. It ain't a dill pickle jar.
You fucker. That was bullshit. Bullshit.
Was he taking notes too? Like right after, he has everyone on notice. Truth or cop style. You see that? He's like, this guy, open it up. I thought we were cool. I'm gonna have to make a note about it. Watch it. Look at this.
Bullshit.
What the hell is he writing down? What do you think he's writing down, chat? Oh,
Revenge.
my God. Revenge, yes. That's a Death Note book.
Death Note.
I just want to say for record.
That's why he's all happy. You see that laugh? That cope laugh? He
Death
laughs.
laugh.
Bullshit.
Lots of
I
laughs.
just want to say for record.
And he goes back to angry.
Yeah.
You saw that? Who does
Yeah.
that? Was it the Joker? One of those movies. Somebody does that shit. Yeah, I remember.
Bullshit.
There you
All
go.
right. I just want to say for record.
And then he goes.
A little olive juice. Let's get off the table.
So
Get
does
off
he
the
have
table.
does he own your free will now? Because he could open it and you couldn't, based on Forrest.
Wipe it up.
He could at least grip it, I guess.
So I don't know.
Here, wipe it up though.
Yeah, I'll get it. Brian, calm down.
So this is an L for Andrew, huh?
Here you go.
We made him wipe it down too.
Table clean.
Damn.
Oh God,
right.
is Brian gonna?
I'm gonna
Brian
lose my
freak out?
mind. I'm gonna lose my mind.
Is that good for you now, Brian?
I just want to remind you, Andrew, that Jake just totally mogged you.
Well, didn't Jake just
Mogged male of the group. Basically the male alpha of the group. That's what mogged me.
totally mog you?
Well, hey, I only got it.
He
for like-
mocked all of
Like
them.
London mogs, like 98% of you people are listening. Right? Yeah. Just not me. We're almost equal. That's about it.
Didn't Jake just mock you?
You had it for a minute, Andrew, and
It
were
was
standing
greasy
up and
as
shit.
fuck,
You
and I
were
couldn't grip
standing
it.
up and shit.
Talking
I
about
think the
greasy.
problem is
look.
his wife wasn't there to open it for him. I mean, it sounds like she does everything for him. Sometimes when she talks about him, it sounds like she's talking about taking care of a child, and she does everything around the house.
It's like a lioness, right? Don't they do a lot of stuff for the lion, the male?
Yeah.
Yeah. He has that setup going on, man. People like to use that metaphor, but people aren't lions, right?
He won't even take out the garbage, and he's all proud of it too.
Yeah, well, Andrew,
Oh my God.
I was going to ask Andrew, when Rachel said that she does all domestic chores, is there anything you do? I mean, do you put the bins out? Do you the trash out? I mean, what do you do anything?
I don't do shit.
Andrew has never done a house chore ever in 17 years. I do all of that. I bring him his food. I bring him his drinks. I keep track of his schedule.
My wife foresees my needs
I like
before
it.
I foresee my needs. She knows what I want to eat before I even know what I want to eat. She
Damn.
knows what it is that I want before I know what it is that I want. She foresees all of my needs.
So it's
It's like a mom, huh? I mean, your mom used to do that shit for you.
Well, mom used to do that.
Well, listen to what he said. She said she does everything for me. He doesn't do anything. He said. I mean, he makes money.
You do anything?
Which is very important.
Andrew has never done a house chore ever in 17 years. I do all of that. I bring him his food. I bring him his drinks. I keep track of his schedule.
My wife foresees.
Didn't you, like our moms would do that when we were like little
17
kids?
years. That's a long.
Yeah, that's a long time, brother. I've been married like 12, going on 13, but she's at 17 years, man. My wife probably does half of those things. Yeah.
Foresees my needs before I foresee my needs. She knows what I want to eat before I even know what I want to eat. She knows what it is that I want before I know what it is that I want.
That's kind of cool though, in a sense. I'll tell them this, like, kind of annoying sometimes. Like when they go, "What do you want for dinner?" Sometimes I don't want to think about that shit. Just you know what I want, you know what I like. Yeah, like it's just being kind by asking. Yeah, it's kind of like being snobbish. Like, oh, how dare somebody ask me what I want for dinner? At least somebody's asking, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, even when it comes to the cleaning, I go pretty deep with the cleaning. I like to move chairs and lift up things, and like I leave the cooking to my missus, and I go in with the cleaning.
That's you. That's your job, right? Your chamber. Yeah, that actually literally call that London deep cleaning. Deep cleaning, like when you pick up stuff, go behind everything, just get in there really deep. Yeah.
Yeah, because I got children. I got 2 of them, and there's crumbs everywhere, and pieces everywhere, so.
Oh yeah, man, I know what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't mind doing that, man, because it's like in a sense, it's a different world than the 50s tradcon. They call it traditional conservative. A lot of these ortho bros are into. They want the wife to do everything for them besides wipe their ass. But a lot of times, woman has to work, or even if she doesn't work, keeping up with the kid's schedule and taking care of the house is a lot. Especially if the man doesn't do any cleaning, or at least take out the garbage and stuff. Like, yeah. I mean, but I guess everyone has it a certain way they do all that shit. Let's see. Yeah. What'd you say, my brother?
17 years is too much.
That's too much for doing that. You think they'll make it to 20?
Probably, yeah.
Hopefully, yeah. Rude Clump Crab, he says she does all that and knows all the things before he does. Sounds like, ooh, she's the leader. Man. And you know what? Maybe like that's a good observation. This motherfucker, he's rude and shit, but that's a great observation. Maybe that is true. And he's not the only one. However, do you think he would admit that?
Nope.
That's the thing, man. That's when the hypocritical weirdness comes in. Yeah.
Well, do you know what? The other day, right, I told my daughter to do something, No, so I told my son to do something, and then he was getting a little bit cheeky back to me, but out of nowhere, my daughter said, "Well, you listen to Daddy. He's the boss of the house, right?" So then
Yeah.
I
Love
started
it.
to laugh, though, right? I started to laugh, right? Because
Uh-huh.
the way how she said it, I don't want her to be thinking like that. I don't want her to think I'm the boss of the house. Like, obviously, my authority is there, but she don't have to
Uh-huh.
speak like that, right? So
Yeah.
when she said that to me, me and Mummy looked at each other and we started to laugh. And then I said, "I'm not the boss. Mummy's the boss. Innit, Mum? You do all the cooking. You look after the children. You're the boss, right, Mum?" And she laughed it off as well. But
Yeah.
really, in hindsight, I mean, that's what I kind of meant. You know, she does the most. You know, if you're looking after the children more than me and doing
Yeah.
bits and bobs, you are really like in charge, I suppose. But obviously,
Right.
I'm authority.
Yeah, it's like two different things. Like in the sense that technically, I guess the mom, your partner would be the boss of the house because she's the manager of it. She's there most of
Yeah.
the time. However, like now, if your daughter said, "Daddy's the boss of the family," I think that's when it comes down to authority. Like you're the final word. Even though you take, I would take my wife's counsel for sure. And a lot of times she may even come up with the idea or the decision. I'll just co-sign it off or veto it if I have to, right? But yeah, there's a difference. Yeah, boss. What do you think she meant though? Like just the house in general, or family?
I just think she meant boss, like whatever the case.
Okay.
Be. That's what my
Yeah.
daughter. You understand? But it was funny just the way how she said it.
It
But
is funny.
it's funny how we're having this discussion, and that's what my daughter said, and that's what I said to my missus. Well, that's what I said to my daughter about my missus.
Well, this is what I want, man. This is the whole point of the broadcast, so I don't like crack my head open on the fucking computer screen, because of a lot of the weird fuckery. Because people will talk all this hot shit on this broadcast, and then they'll leave and go do some fuck shit on another panel, right? So what I'm saying, when you just brought up a point, it's like I'm really trying to hone in from myself and the guests, from our conversation today. How are we going to improve ourselves, or what can we take from it? And that's great example right there. I love how you matched up what we're actually doing with a real world event, man. And I would say, I see a clue, one sec, and I would say, dude, my thing, I would be like, oh yeah, man, Ben, you're right, I am the boss, but mommy's the when I'm not here around, she's the boss when I'm at work. But that's me, bro. But
that's like me
what's
as
up,
well.
Clue?
We're mindful of people.
What up? What up?
Right. Yeah. I mean, we're just building on some men shit, some man family stuff. Trying to open up olive jars and stuff.
Why would a man need to clean?
Why? Because maybe his wife didn't. Maybe his wife never learned how to do it right because her mom never showed her or her dad. So maybe you got to lead by example, huh? Why would he marry her?
Yeah,
because he sees other things. Because for love maybe, and also he sees other things that are valuable about her that he was like, fuck it, I know how to clean, so I'm gonna show her how to do it the right way, and then invest and see what happens. I can see that's why.
If you're making all the money, that should get you out of cooking and cleaning. If you pay for everything that's inside that house and the house itself.
I hate to a degree. I hear what you're saying about the money, but then I think it becomes a point where it's about self, self hygiene. It starts there first, right? If you see something dirty, are you gonna sit in it or are you gonna clean
exactly. You gotta just do it.
It shouldn't be dirty.
Well, I mean, it shouldn't be, but sometimes life happens, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can fall madly in love with somebody and wife them up, and everything's good. And then when you finally move in and all that shit, you start learning finding out things about each other. Like, whoa, wait a minute. But the point is like, are you willing to work through it? Or are you gonna get to step in, as Martin used to say? It depends. So I see what you mean. In the perfect world, you're right. And I'm salute to you, Clue, because it sounds like you have it on lock. But for some people, I mean, they're working through stuff. They met their partner when they were in their 20s or early 30s. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, man. Yeah. You're keeping it real, man. Yeah. But here's a comment from Shadow Buddha. It says, it's funny because these ortho bros want a traditional woman, but some traditional women want a guy that has stuff together beforehand, and they don't like mama's boys. Makes no sense. Like I bet you Clue had his shit together before you got married.
What's an ortho?
More or less. Orthodox Christian brother.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Like a lot. Like Andrew Wilson, he promotes Orthodox Christianity. There's a lot of guys in the Panelverse that promote that. Usually they have the beard. They have this beard. What's his name?
beard.
TBE. Ortho beard, yeah. What's his name? TBE, Toilet Bowl Earth, and all those guys. TBE, I think they're ortho bros. What's his name? Neurojack. There's a lot of them are out there, right? To me, it's like the cool Christian wave now for dudes. Yeah, so that's an ortho bro. There's literally somebody in the Panelverse that calls himself ortho bro, ortho guy. Yeah.
Orthodox guy.
Yeah, Orthodox Christianity. It's like Greek. It comes from the Greek Orthodox Church, which is probably like the closest to Catholic. That's not Catholic. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to add as well. You're back onto that topic what we was talking about a second ago.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, with whether our other half is gonna do these things for us, right? But I feel like sometimes if we leave the money out of it, right? Like we're saying, I'm the breadwinner, I'm doing this. If he wasn't the breadwinner, would they be doing these things for us? That's when it becomes like, if she really loves you, if she likes you, she'll do it, whether you're bringing in the bread or not. Right? You understand? Money just kind of enhances it.
Yeah, it definitely. I'm not, at least my wife pretty much, loves me and all that and treats me good. But I noticed, hey, the more money I made, the even sweeter she was. Keep it a buck.
Hey, that's pretty natural.
Yeah, yeah. But this is the same woman that when I met her, I was kind of transitioning between like places to live, and I lived in my car for a couple weeks, and she was right there with me. So
I did the car thing for the same amount of time.
Yeah.
So I've never did the car thing. I've heard a lot of people do the car thing or the what would you call it? The van.
The van.
Or the van life.
It'd been better if I had an SUV. I could stretch my legs out.
That'd be nice, yeah.
But it was a Mercury. It was a 2002 Mercury Cougar.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Cougar! Damn.
Yeah, I got evicted the day before my new job said I could start. So you got to work for a week before you get a check.
Yeah.
So I had to go in the car until I get my check. I already had a gym membership. That's where I got my showers.
Your showers, yep, that's good.
Okay.
And your nice shits.
I was cleaner, more homeless than I was in the house.
Right. And a nice, comfortable shit too. You can't take that away too. A good, comfortable number 2 is better in the gym than a fucking 7-Eleven or whatever.
So where did you get your check sent to?
Oh yeah.
What was that?
Go ahead, Lana.
Where did you get your check sent to?
I think it was direct deposit. I think it was direct deposit.
Okay.
What's that?
Straight to the bank from the employer to the bank account.
Yeah.
Oh, what with? Oh yeah, because I mean, I suppose you can. But can you have a? Yeah, you can have a bank. Can you have a bank without a home address? Can you?
Well, I had the bank already. I
Oh, you
already
had
had the
the
bank.
okay, got you already.
I had the account, then I got evicted, and then the next day they say, "Can you come in Monday?" I'm like, "Oh shit!"
Ah,
Because I already had the bank account and I already had the membership to LA Fitness, so I was kind of homeless ready. I was prepared to be homeless.
Right. Yeah, my situation was a little different. Like, I was in between places, and my cousin technically said I could stay with her, but her house was already full with like 3 teenage boys and her husband.
You don't want
And
to
I
be
was
in
like,
that area.
nah. I was like, no, I'm good. I'll stay in my nice Dodge Intrepid where I can stretch
what
out.
the dad's going to do is pull you aside, and say, "You know what, you're doing this is kind of a bad influence on my sons." You see a grown man just living here. That's kind of a bad message.
It is a bad look.
When are you going to get that new job? You want to have that conversation.
I had the job. I wasn't working homeless. I wasn't working homeless. Yeah, I was just being stupid, like not taking things too seriously. But my cousin Will, that's the one from Oakland. Like he's actually cool like that. Like, but I wouldn't want. I don't care if they're my cousin or best friend. Them staying at my house for an extended amount of time too, just so because you want to have them get their shit together. And plus, I'm learning like a type of person that like I don't want no other men around my wife and shit. I don't care if they're like I said, like my brother, like or whatever. That's living with them, not like doing family shit, dinners and all that type of shit, coming over for the day or weekend, but not for no extended time. That's me though. Look at Clue says owner of property, aka women. I just saw that. Jesus, Clue.
I was on the stream yesterday and they didn't like the words ownership and property. They got triggered when I said that. I was explaining to them that that's what a wedding is. Father giving away his property to a man that he trusts. That's what a wedding ceremony is, and they got all triggered. You can't call them property.
Well, look what husband means. Husband means husbandry. That's cattle, right? You're the cattle of the wife, basically. Husbandry. That's where they get that word from.
It's wild.
It's wild, bro. Hey, by the way, I didn't think I introduced you. This is my my good friend, my streaming bro, London. KJV, this is my good friend Clue right there.
What's happening, Clue? Much love. Big up.
Good brother.
What's up?
We're gonna do this Django build pretty soon.
I can't wait to do
Hateful
that.
Eight.
I'm a
Yeah,
Quentin
so it's gonna be fun.
Tarantino addict.
Me too. Yeah.
Studying his dialogue, how he writes his dialogue, all of that.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Hey guys, shit, because this broadcast is daily astrology forecast. It usually goes an hour, but it went a little over. I'm gonna go take Ben to school. Let's do this again soon. I'm Monday through Friday. So yeah, I'm always at this time, 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern American time. Yeah.
Hey,
So,
what did you like? Did you like that blockers?
Oh yeah, I loved it. And I didn't mean to be rude the other day when I was like, I gotta go, but I literally had to go. But yeah, I was loving it, dude. I was there on the premiere. I mean, when you premiered it on your channel, on the live. I'm loving it. You even got Tommy saying this shit. Blockers. He was saying that the other day. Yeah. Did you see that, Clue?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say play right now, but I gotta go again.
Okay.
You'll see it in due time. Hey, much love, brother. I'll catch you soon. Peace out. Thanks for having me.
Check your new email, London. I got you in the email. I got your new one. Yeah, I got it. I sent it to you. A message.
All right, cool. Say no more.
I'll do it again. Okay.
Bless.
Blessed up. All right, Clue man. We're gonna go out like this, me and you right here. Then shout out to the panel. Let me just Hurricane Pearl. Good to see you, my brother. Real nigga shit, right? This is for Pearl. Where's that shit? And Shadow.
This was a
my nigga.
Yeah, that's it, man.
This was a L for Andrew, man.
It's a L for Andrew for even.
You should have brought some weightlifting gloves with him if he was going to do that, just in case.
Yeah, man, you got to be ready because that's a bad look. That's a whole trope, right?
Whatever got like
baby will
5
open
million subs.
something like that. Nah, but that's the thing, bro. Like, why women have us around to get up in the middle of the night, something happens, and open the pickle jar, or in that case, the olive jar, the green olive jar. But with that said, it's all fun and games. It is an L, definitely. But Andrew Wilson, I mean, I'd rather have him around than not have him around. That's
Yeah,
my
I like
opinion.
Andrew. I like
Yeah.
Andrew.
Yeah.
I disagree
So
with
these-
him saying marry these hoes. I disagree with that part, but everything else we in step with.
We instead, okay, we can work that out. So they said, Shadow Buddha said these traditional women don't only want a man to provide, but they already know how to complete his responsibilities before getting together. I cook his own meals, clean his residence, etc. Yeah, Clue has the shit locked. Shadow, he is on. I have a feeling, yeah. So with that said, Chloe, we're gonna do this old school one. Can't keep running away, bruh.